Alright, YouTube. Doing football picks right now. Gotta do it outside because everybody's on the phone talking or walking around or spilling shit or whatever. You know how that goes. Cleaning, vacuuming. So I can't do it in there. It's impossible. Then I got a dog barking and shit. Whatever. Anyway, so week 15 picks. Got some good games this week, of course, and some games you give a shit about. That's typical at the end of the year. But let's go ahead and get started. Tomorrow night's game, Denver's at home giving 10 to the San Diego Chargers. I like the Chargers with 10 points here. I think the Chargers keep it close considering that Peyton Manning and the Broncos are already in the playoffs. I don't see them wasting too much energy on this game. I don't think San Diego will win by any means necessary, but I think this will be an offensive shootout. But Denver wins something around 41 to 34. So, which means San Diego will cover the 10-point spread. So take San Diego with 10 points. Take Denver to win the game. This game, who gives a shit about? Atlanta's at home giving 6 to the Washington Redskins. You know, everybody's quick to blame RG3. Let me tell you something. Redskins probably got one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. That's not his fault. Then he's getting no protection from his offensive line at all. None. So, I don't think RG3 is a future franchise quarterback, but he's definitely not all to blame there. I take Atlanta at home. Again, who gives a fuck? I take Atlanta to win this game. Fucking a low-scoring game. Neither one of these teams want to win. Atlanta accidentally wins 17 to 10. Take Atlanta. San Francisco on the road, coming off that big win against the Seattle Seahawks at Tampa Bay, and they're getting 5 points. Now, Tampa Bay's been playing pretty damn good ball the last few weeks, but San Diego on the road, they know they need to win this game to keep pace with Seattle, so they need to win. So take San Fran with 5 points. If you're the Seattle Seahawks, obviously you're going to go for the Buccaneers here. And so take San Fran and win this game outright. Seattle Seahawks on the road, getting 7 points at the New York Giants. Seattle coming off a real heartbreak loss last week. Look, I don't hate the Seattle Seahawks. I just like giving you guys shit. Okay, I think Seattle, if they get home field advantage, they'll go to the Super Bowl. But if they got to go on the road, I think they're in trouble. That's just personal opinion. Don't mean they ain't a good team, but I just think if they get home field advantage, I almost got no doubt whatsoever they'll make the Super Bowl. But Seattle is getting 7 at the New York Giants. Well, I'll tell you what, the New York Giants are really tricky right now. It's kind of... Yeah, obviously, I mean, if you're a Niners fan, you want the Giants to win this game, but let's face reality. I mean, after Seattle got beat like that in a physical game, I don't see that happening. Take Seattle to 7 points. Put up a lot of points on the Giants, and quite frankly, Giants are done. Well, Giants are done coming to this game anyway, but they'll really be done after this game, so take Seattle. Philadelphia. Here's my upset special of the week. They're getting 4.5 at Minnesota. You know, Minnesota's not as bad as the record indicates. By all accounts, I mean, from what I've seen in the camera, man, they should have beat the fucking Ravens last week, so I was kind of rooting for them because, of course, I'm a Bengals fan. I'm going to root for them against the Ravens. But, upset special of the week, Philadelphia is on the road 8-5 at Minnesota. Minnesota's 3-9-1. They're getting 4.5. I like Minnesota, not only with the points, but to win the game outright. Adrian Peterson is a fucking beast. Matt Castle's not doing bad. Obviously not the future, but he's way better than fucking Christian Ponder. My upset special of the weekend, Cowboy fans, you'll love me for this. Take the Vikings in an upset. Even though Nick Foles is the real deal, but I like the Vikings in an upset. New England on the road getting 2.5 at Miami Dolphins. Well, I understand this point spread ain't real large. Number one, it's a rivalry. Number two, the Dolphins need to win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. And the Patriots have looked like shit last couple weeks, even though they won. I mean, these are teams like Cleveland and Houston. I mean, you know, come on. On the road at 2.5. You know what? I think Dolphins will keep this really close. I don't know if Dolphins will win. I took the Patriots to win, but it would not shock me if the Dolphins pulled this out. The Dolphins really, I think, got an underrated defense. I think Dolphins, they got off to a slip there after starting 3-0, but they're 7-6. They need to win this game. But I'm taking Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady does just enough to get him past, so I'll take the Patriots to win this game. Buffalo, Jacksonville, who cares? Jacksonville's at home, Buffalo's on the road giving 2. Really, who cares? Take Jacksonville, because Jacksonville's actually played pretty damn good ball last few weeks. So take Jacksonville to win this game. Again, who don't matter, but who cares? Indianapolis at home getting 6.5 against the Houston god-awful Texans. Look, Matt Schaub sucks. You need a new quarterback, obviously. The Houston Texans were the odds favorite to go to the Super Bowl this year, and now they go 2-11. Texan fans, where are you at now? Nowhere to be found. I know where y'all went. You went to Seattle. That's what drives me crazy about the NFL. I'm a Bengals fan. Even when my team's shit, I still stick with them. But as soon as their team does bad, they boycott. And if you Texan fans are really diehard Texan fans, I apologize. But we all know there was a bunch of bandwagons last 2 years. Now they're 2-11. Guess what? You don't hear nothing about them. Now, where was I? Colts at home after the Colts took a beating last week from Cincinnati. You got to take the Colts in this game. I mean, they're 8-5. They got to win this game. And it went better team to win against the Texans. I think the Texans, quite frankly, are going to lose the last 3 on purpose because what's the point? I mean, why the fuck would you want to win and give up the first-round draft pick? Take the Colts in a blowout, fucking 42-10. I think the Colts annihilate them after their embarrassing performance last week in Cincinnati, although Andrew Luck did play good. But their defense looked like absolute shit. Chicago on the road, giving 4 to Cleveland. Well, by Cleveland, by all intents and purposes, should have beat the Patriots last week. Chicago's getting 4 points. I like Chicago. Josh McCown is a fucking beast. Say what you want. Josh McCown is doing way more at 34 years old than Jay Cutler ever has. Bears fans, do you really want Cutler back? Look, I'm not saying Josh McCown's the answer, but hey, he's better than Cutler. Maybe go after a quarterback possibly. Keep McCown. Cut Cutler. His name says it all. Cut Cutler. And have the veterans, be a mentor to the new quarterback. And you keep him as a backup quarterback. Take out the Bears in this game. I like the Bears over the Browns. Kansas City on the road getting 3.5 at Oakland. Kansas City played good last week, but I mean, you play the Washington Redskins, anybody looks good right now against them. So take Kansas City. They should win this game. I know this is a rivalry game. I think Oakland's going to try to play spoiler here, but take Kansas City to win this game. Carolina at home getting 12 against the Jets. Really a no-brainer here. Carolina got humiliated last week at New Orleans. That won't happen again. Carolina's going to be pissed, especially since this following week I think they got to play New Orleans again. Carolina 12 points. Carolina blows this fucking team out 35-3. I just think this game's going to be a blowout. Take the Panthers at home. Dallas. Dallas is at home, getting 1 point against Green Bay. Look, I understand Aaron Rodgers may not be in, but I'm sorry. I think Dallas sucks, quite frankly. I think they're terrible. I mean, really, Chicago fucking put 45 points up on them with a backup quarterback. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know how you favor Dallas in this game. Take Green Bay either way. I think Green Bay needs to win this game to keep their playoff hold slide, and if Green Bay wins this game, Dallas is done. I mean, I think Dallas is done either way, but take Green Bay. Arizona on the road getting 2.5 at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans played the Colts. The Broncos pretty tough last week until Peyton Manning came out and blew it away, of course. Just took off and couldn't stop him. I like Arizona. Arizona's surprising everybody. I think Arizona's one of the most underrated 8-5 teams there are. They're actually really getting no attention because I think if Arizona gets to the playoffs, they could go deep. They really could because no one's really taking them seriously. So I think they could go deep. Take the Cardinals. New Orleans getting 5.5 at St. Louis. Now, we've all seen matchups before where the Rams have beaten the Saints a number of times. I like the Rams with the points. I like the Saints to win that game. I know they came off a big win last week. They're on the road, though. I think they'll win, but I think the Rams are going to put a bigger fight than everybody thinks. So try to play spoiler. Take the Saints, though, to win the game outright. Sunday night, my game, Cincinnati on the road is getting 3 points at Pittsburgh. Well, here's the thing. We're definitely capable of beating Pittsburgh. Obviously, it showed earlier this season. But Andy Dalton on the road, we know how this goes. Thank God this is our last game on the road as far as the regular season goes. Cincinnati needs to win this game. They should win this game. I think the Steelers are going to play us tough. I mean, the Steelers are not a joke, even though how bad the record is. That at home, they're tough to beat. So I like the Bengals. Take my team to beat the Steelers. I mean, if the Pittsburgh Steelers would happen to win this game, it really wouldn't make me super angry because we're rivalries, but this is a game we should be able to beat. Take Cincinnati on the road. And the Monday night game, actually a good one. Detroit at home getting 6 against the Baltimore Ravens. Well, I'm sorry. I got to go against the Ravens. So I take the Lions. However, I think the Lions, struggled last week. I think Lions keep it. I think the Ravens keep this a tight game, but I like the Lions to win this game 23-20. Take the Lions to win. there is the NFL Week 15 picks. I suppose you're wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses, by the way. Because when this fucking snow and the sun hits the fucking snow, it's like literally, think of it this way, when the sun hits the mirror in a reflection and it reflects in your eyes real bad, okay, it's kind of the same way. I'll show you. Those of you who are not used to snow won't know what I'm talking about, but here. That's what we got. And then there's the sun, and then when the sun hits the snow, then it hits my eyes. And I can't do that. I got really sensitive eyes. So, beautiful night here in South Dakota. Beautiful sunset. Great day. And there's your NFL picks, and we'll see you guys soon.